Greetings, divine ascended masters of the new earth. You know who you are. The equinox does not lie. It goes straight into your heart space. I call the soul spark, revealing exactly who you are, masters of the light. And with these powerful energies flowing in from the equinox, where the sun rises directly on the equator, the heart center, the middle dantian, in the center of the tropics, halfway between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. And with these powerful energies, many waves of higher frequency light flowing in. And we're feeling this on many ways. 1221 coming in on 21-2020. Another 222 portal. So we're feeling waves of energy, waves of emotion, waves of feeling. I went through multiple timeline jumps today, and I also performed my last ceremony for the Great Condor in one of my most sacred portals that I spent many years training, practicing, performing ceremony in this portal, and it'll probably be potentially the last time I'll be visiting this portal. I've been anchoring the codes here for 47 years now, and it's the last ceremony I'll be doing before I begin my great journey the next couple days. I plan on putting out 1 or 2 more transmissions before I begin my quest, my journey to my queen, the sacred condor, as I travel through 5 portals, anchoring in the highest codes, the highest love, the highest light into these portals. From Ohio down through the south into the west, up into the northwest. These are the portals that the gold dragons opened, myself and the gold dragons, over the last 11 years. 3 I was there physically, 2 etherically, but I must travel physically through all these portals to finish this game we all started of hiding from our own divinity, our own light, and tearing through all the veils, all the fields of separation and duality and suffering. We've been having some powerful solar winds coming in. People have been photographing some amazing auroras. As of this recording, the solar wind speed 326.7 kilometers per second, and the density 15.7 protons cm to the third density. And it was reported earlier that it reached up to 17.3173. We have the 17 and 73 encoded. And remember, protons are positive electrical charged particles, subatomic particles. So this is positive charged light we experience as a particle, but all particles are also waves of light or fields of light. So we're experiencing this in many different ways, but the synchronicity, obviously, if you follow this channel, 73, when we say 37 in the 73, it's just symbolic of heaven on earth, just like our angels in Avalon are anchoring right now in their sacred portal. Thank you, beloveds, and all of you angelics that have risen up for this great awakening, this great ascension. So with the 173 synchronicity, I checked the earthquake map right before starting this, and the most recent earthquake was 173 kilometers depth in the Banda Sea at 4.9 magnitude, which was just 6 degrees south of the equator, connected with the equinox energies at 119 UTC. The 4.9 is the 13 of the Divine Feminine. We had several activations, one with the Atlantean, the Dominican Republic with a 3.7, 37 code with 109 kilometers depth. And remember that 173 was at 119, so 1919, also 1010 portal. Then we had a 3-3 in Nevada, Hawthorne. Then Mexico 4-4 to 44, and that was right on the Tropic of Cancer. We had several activations in the Crown of Lemuria in Alaska, 3.1, then a 3.7, 11 kilometers depth. at 10:30 UTC. So we have the 10:10 and the 13. And then we had this 5.5, 10 hours ago, 10 kilometers depth. So we have the 10 encoded. Then after the 5.5 in the same location, and this is by Lake Baikal, the 5.5 and the 4.6, also 10 kilometers depth, 10. What's interesting about this activation in the sacred portal, 1819 UTC, this is right on the border of Mongolia and Russia, which is southern Siberia. Lake Baikal is a sacred lake. It's known to be one of the deepest lakes in the world, 5,387 feet at its deepest depth, which is over a mile deep. The volume of the lake, 5,666 cubic miles, and the average depth, 744.4. So it's 2,442 feet average. And this is in the foothills of one of the most sacred mountains in Mongolian shamanism, the Altai Mountains. And remember, Russia used to be part of the Mongol Empire, the Mongolian Empire, which was one of the largest empires in history. So this was all sacred ground to the Mongolian shamans, especially Lake Baikal and Altai Mountains. So again, the Lemurian energy, the divine feminine, the goddess energy, rising up, fully activated. Then we had this 4.4 activation in the sacred portal in India by Brahmaputra River. Brahma, meaning God source, 4.4, the divine sacred council of 8. I'd like to thank everyone for the support on my great mission and my journey ahead, which will begin in a couple days. So I'll let you all know when I start that journey. And I plan on updating you along the way. The journey should, I'm seeing, take maybe 12 to 17 days. I'm not sure. I'm just going with the flow and letting Great Spirit guide me. But I'll continue these daily transmissions once my bare feet touch the sacred ground of Pachamama in Washington State. And then we'll go from there. So we'll see what happens along the way. Aho. And thank you all very much, too, for offering me places to stay along the way and for your support with your donations and pledges on Patreon. It really means a lot. And the beautiful messages you're all sending me. Very touching and very heartwarming. So thank you all. I appreciate you all. And it is a great honor to be connected and serving all of you through this great time and great shift and many great things to come, beloveds. And just know that we are manifesting heaven on earth through our heart centers, and just keep activating that love and transmitting it to the world, to the earth, to humanity, to nature. And we send the violet ray every day to Pachamama. And now we're seeing flooding in France, our beloved brothers and sisters there suffering. So we're bringing all the elements into balance. And these are just signs of the great shift that we're in. So we bring the fire to the waters and the water to the fire to bring into balance and harmony. And you're doing a great job, angels of the light. Keep seeing and feeling and envisioning the violet ray of the galactics of Saint Germain, the Ascended Masters, flooding the earth with its healing light, its healing waves of energy, bringing all into balance. The left and the right come together in the center, the blue and the red to form the purple. We are connected to the sacred court of Magdalene of the Purple Rose through Shakti. And with that, we begin our first transmission with Divine Sister of the Light, Mary Farrell Tobin, the Magdalene's Call. I welcome you each to the new work that has entered. The journey has begun. We have awaited you. Relinquish all fear and doubt, that you may walk steady, that you may begin the new work, that the fault lines of the old, long dormant within you may be awakened. You shape-shift, you awaken. You begin anew as a gentle restructuring process has entered each of you. Bow your heads, you begin again. For many centuries past I have called to each of you to aid me, to aid in the enlightenment of mankind, to aid in the awakening of the heart of mankind, to whisper to their hearts gently, and to bend their minds inward. This day I call to you once again to aid them. They require the intervention of a new way, a new path. They have sought patterns of self-destruction, they have forgotten their truth. Aid them in remembering, aid them in releasing the old, the fear, the negativity, the seeking of the external, when in truth all lies within. At present, each of you regain balance in your endocrine systems. We balance you and aid in this restructuring process. The ancients accompany you. They dwell within you. They beckon you forth. Look skyward. The stars shine their light upon you. The stardust descends upon you. You will be remembered forevermore as the children of the stars. Plasmic light has entered you in the nighttime hours. It integrates within you. The stardust activates you. It draws you forth. Beams of light from the galactic sun have sought entrance and will continue to do so in the coming months. They reharmonize you and lift the false notes placed upon you. Fear of failure is strong within some of you. You are accompanied by many, my children. It is unnecessary. The work has begun. And so too the truth of all that you are will be unmasked in the days and weeks to come. The beloved one has entered, the soul star that accompanies you from lifetime to lifetime, that unbinds you and releases you from all fear of the unknown, that blazes forth as the voice of truth, of all knowing, of all heartfulness. Rejoice and believe. You are the blessed ones, and you are drawn forth in the company of angelic protection with the mighty sword, arm drawn. Remember this truth. You are well and truly blessed, and all shall come to know your name. We invite you now to join with us as we awaken the hearts of mankind. Be fearless in your ways. Seek solitude. Seek the quiet. Let no man deter you from seeking of the inner crevices of the heart. It is here you will find your truth. It is here that you will find the beloved. It is here that all power dwells. Focus and remember. Allow the heart to ache. Listen to its call. It whispers in the nighttime hours. You are remembered and you are seen. October, November will begin the new cycle in time. Prepare yourselves. We will fortify you. Look not to those around you. They are entwined in the fear of the unknown, the fear of loss, the fear of inadequacy. They see only through the eyes of the forgotten one. It is to you that we look. It is to you that we call. The Holy Grail of old is present within each of you, the bloodline of the resurrected form. Step forward, my children. No regrets. Look not to the left, not to the right, but within, and remember. From BlueRoseHealing.com, and through that, brothers and sisters of the light, I was getting chills from our angelic nations, saying, yes, we are the chosen ones, and we came here for this great mission, to uplift all of humanity, to uplift all of life, to raise the world into that of the divine, to manifest heaven on earth. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Meg Benedict, the great cosmic equalizer, in just a few hours we will reach peak momentum at 1331 UTC in the Equinox Gateway of Ascension Acceleration. The September Libra Equinox, also called Southward Equinox, is the moment in time when the sun stands directly above the equator while crossing from northern to southern hemisphere. On this day, the North Pole begins to tilt away from the sun. It is a day at a time when day and night are equal length. Libra is the sign of balanced scales, inspiring more justice, harmony, and equality in the world. We're entering the great cosmic equalizer. The Tao symbol exemplifies the holistic union of yin-yang, the swirling interaction of equal forces. Let's join together and spread more unity consciousness in our world, united in vision and intention. We can help bring more ease and dissolve the bitter divisiveness infecting our communities. Let's pour divine light into the world, uniting us in love. The Equinox Gateway represents the beginning and the end of universal cycles in nature, initiating a global reset of massive proportions. There is a global restructuring occurring on all levels since the pandemic started, sweeping through the timelines and revealing unfinished business. What requires dismantling and rebuilding in your world, the equinox provides an opportunity to release what's out of balance and create more equilibrium in your life. The equinox forms a perfect zero-point portal of pure creational alchemy. Zero-point energy is potent, fertile, vibrant with infinite vitality. It is the void space of all possibilities. The equinox provides a magical moment at a time when we can ignite our visions and heartfelt desires into reality. From NewEarthCentral.com, today from Divine Bro Star of the Light Pars Kute. Are you ready for the autumn equinox? The equinox gateway we are entering is all about change. Be willing to go deeper within yourselves. Surrender and allow this energy to illuminate any actions you have been avoiding that must be taken. New clarity and purpose will start streaming in the here and now, with sacred love of one, Pars Kute, and from Divine Sistar of the Light, Judith Kusel. The living waters of life are being returned as the open heart center now merges with the fully open solar plexus, and thus the radiating inner sun is ignited, with it the fires of illumination. The soul itself consists of fire energy and water, and interestingly, these living waters fuel the fires of illumination as the soul transfigures more and more into the ultimate state of purity, the perfection of its creation, the innocence. All souls in truth are pure and innocent. That is the true state of being. It is the state of miracles, the state of such unity with the divine source that one is source. The heart center is directly connected to the soul. As the heart center expands, the innate intuitive knowing of the soul pours through, and it is through this center that one can access the superconsciousness of the all-knowing. The all-knowing embraces the immense intelligent energy fields within the source of the all-knowing, where all omniversal knowledge is recorded and stored. Thus, through the open heart, one can indeed access via the soul, the all-knowing. It is a matter of tuning into the correct frequency band, and accesses always through the soul, as one with the divine source. When the solar plexus center is fully awakened, the heart center merges with the solar plexus, and the divine inner sun is ignited. This amplifies the all-knowing and expands into the all-seeing and the all-connectedness. For the solar plexus is a pulsating psychic center, which literally reads and accesses everything in and around it. When this center is fully activated, blinding light, like the midday sun, is poured through it. It radiates forth for kilometers outside the physical and energetic bodies, and those whose centers are fully activated. The water of life contain all knowledge, for indeed if one drinks from the waters of life, you will never be thirsty again. For you then are at one with the universal source knowledge, the omniversal source, and thus have access to the divine love, divine light, divine wisdom, and divine power. You literally become the source experiencing life on earth, for you are in truth one with the very source which created you. As these living waters are pouring in, it is bringing in immensely powerful shifts in those who are ready to embrace it, those who have that open heart and sun centers, and those who are open to embracing such. It is not for everyone on planet Earth at the moment, for many still have closed heart centers and are still caught in fear and the old structures, programs and forms of the old systems and old 3D. The soul will go through different phases of remembering and opening itself, as I explain in my book Soul Empowerment, where I go into what soul is and how it was created. Yet since writing that book, the inner shift has been immensely powerful and profound. I am now gaining an insight and wonder. The more soul readings that I do, the more I stand in awe and wonder at the hidden genius, which is there present in every single soul. Most are not aware of their own infinite soul and all it contains, and thus not utilizing the innate source within themselves. With the expanded heart and solar plexus centers, those who are ready will now rise in octaves of awareness and octaves of inner seeing, knowing, and their intuitive powers will become the source of co-creatorship in ways we cannot even foresee right now. This is immense. When I see what is shown to me, there is such inner joy rising. This is the new humanity. This is the truthful way of living life with unconditional love and an outpouring through the heart center of the eternal living waters, and through the solar plexus, the eternal sacred fires. They work in unison and thus create the beautiful equilibrium, which in truth is the true state of being, the full soul empowerment, fully embracing the divine source within, and standing fully rooted in the same, living, breathing, speaking, acting, loving as the same. More than this I will not share. It will speak directly into your heart. From JudithKusel.com and from Sparks of Divine Light Healing. You should be feeling the energies, as tomorrow is the autumn equinox. The sun will pass over the celestial equator. Tomorrow the length of day and night will be the same. The balance of light is shifting and the seasons are changing. Get ready for shorter days. This will also bring us into the darker half of the year as we move into fall. We enter a period of darkness, often thought of as the underworld. It's an amazing energy as the veil is very thin. This means you should be receiving more messages and even guidance. Really pay attention to your intuition right now. We're also shifting out of Virgo season and into Libra season. Libra season technically begins September 23rd when the sun enters Libra. The energy will really lighten up this shift as we delve into the element of air. It's all about coming into balance. Libra is all about peace and harmony. Libra is ruled by Venus, the goddess of love. We can expect to go through a lot of activations within the heart chakra the next few weeks. Mars is still in retrograde, so take care with your relationships. This is a time to celebrate as we near the harvest moon, which will occur October 1st. Our ancestors used to use the equinoxes to perform ceremonies or rituals. This energy is known to awaken your spiritual powers. Things are beginning to feel chaotic as the frequencies have gotten much higher. We have a lot continuing to happen alongside this ascension. That's why it's so important that we are coming back into balance during this time. This is meant to be a time of celebration. It's a powerful time to be in gratitude. SparksofDivineLightHealing.com. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Linda Lee, equinox energies have arrived. Dear beloveds, the fall equinox's energies have arrived. The energy is very powerful indeed. The divine says that the fall's equinox's energy is going to get stronger and stronger. Stay hydrated and centered. Know the energies are more potent and they are for the DNA activations and deep initiations for some light workers. The process is indeed needed and just in time for some light workers. The divine says that if you find yourself being initiated, that means your next mission is about to start. Just like any other cases, before the important mission begins, the light warriors will have extreme activations and initiations so that the energies can be downloaded to the aura field and the divine knowledge can be activated and be ready for use. The energies that are coming in through the equinox's portal will activate a lot of the light workers, especially the ones whose mission is about to begin. The critical light workers who have their divine missions coded in their aura field may actually sense the activations going on, and that is okay, dear ones. Know that your aura field has the divine structure embedded. When the divine energies like this equinox's energies arrive, you are automatically being activated, and sometimes without you knowing it, your aura field has all the codes and they line up waiting for the energies to arrive. Once the energies arrive, the codes in your aura field will be busy activating themselves, with or without your lower self knowing. Once the activation process is done, you may need a couple of days to assimilate the newly activated DNAs and energies, and that means that your gifts will arrive simultaneously, and that is the process of growing your spiritual gifts and power. And this equinox will unfold a great deal of gifts for a lot of light workers. Take care of thyselves, dear ones, and know that in the next few days there are going to be a lot of energies coming to the planet. Mother Earth too will have a great deal of changes, and that will also impact you and your life. Stay in the heart, dear angels, and stay grounded. Know the energies that are streaming in right now were designed for this time, and they are indeed very powerful. I love you, dear angels. I am your Mother Divine. Stay in peace, dear ones. So it is. And today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Romeo Baron. The sphere of Amenti, Ark of the Covenant, and halls of Amenti represent the manifestation of the covenant of Palador. which holds the metamorphic promise and galactivation progression eternally here and now, within the divine trinity of creation for all star family rays. It is the promise of humanity returning to the integrity of unity intelligence through the balanced solar harmonics, divine imprint for the eternal crystal consciousness, plasmic spiritual body. This promise of spiritual ascension returns the true, sovereign, angelic diamond sun holographic template of the God seed heritage and the Godhead legacy, the cosmic fulfillment of humanity's original, evolutionary, hierogamic blueprint of eternal oneness. In the name of the ascended crystal source beings, by the full power and divine grace of their devotion to the organic living light code, we command the cosmic Christ unity intelligence, miracle of divine perfection, and highest truth expression to be made manifest and actualize the crystal age of ascension now completely. In divine presence to the all-one God Spirit, we command the full gathered momentum of the living light infusions from the 7 higher heaven realms and the crystal code legions of the blue, gold, violet, lightning rays to descend and permeate our world mother and take command now. We take command and dissolve the lower formed energies and all discordant frequencies that opposes the unified field of divine wholeness living. We are the defender ray forces of the cosmic sovereign law of one, in the name of the Holy Mother, Father, God Spirit, and the solar cosmic Christ, Sophia, by the threefold power of liberty's heart flame trinity. Let the eternal love of Source appear now and be felt throughout the world and lower creation realms to set humanity and our mother planet free forever. We thank thee, it is done in the highest power and eternal glory, unified in all oneness. So be it, and so it is. Romeo Baron, 144, Harmonics Activator, 777. And today from the Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA by Richard Rudd, September 21st through September 26, 2020, Gene Key 46, the Mirror of 64, which is seriousness, delight, ecstasy. We humans have no real idea the capacities of this body in which we live. It can sip the nectar of a star when it's correctly attuned. It can make sweet love to another person just from thinking about them. The body is a mirror of the macrocosm. It has so many jewels and treasures within it that we couldn't explore them all if we had eons. Our bodies are the last great, untamed wilderness. They're the frontier, not the final frontier. They are the only frontier. Will never exhaust their abilities or their capacity for love and ecstasy. From the 64 ways, and from the Yi Ching hexagram 46, pushing upward, gentle wood within the soil of the earth. Great new life joyously sprouts from a tiny constricted seed buried in the dark. Ecstasy is unity through clarity. Delight is orientation through intuition. Seriousness is dislocation through unease. Receiving intention. The superior man accumulates small increments of virtue until it becomes high and great. We might think that ecstasy takes place in some far-off spiritual dimension. It takes place right here among human beings. We're natural-born ecstatics. To allow that level of beauty into your inner being, we have to unlearn many of our masculine traits. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways, from thegenekeys.com. And today from the Zolkin Times, Kin 176, Yellow Resonant Warrior. Resonant is the name for the number 7, and its keywords are channel, attune, and inspire. Day 7, and we are in the very middle of the dog wave spell, and this is a portal day too. The 7th day is all about tuning in, connecting with your natural intuitive abilities. Today is Yellow Warrior, which represents intelligence, questioning, and fearlessness. Oh, how the Yellow Warrior loves to go on quests and take on missions. We too can wield a sword today, which represents our willpower. Exert yours and make your mission successful. As it is a resonant day, it is best to follow your intuition and allow it to guide you in the right direction. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Resonant Warrior, Kin 176, 21 September 2020, attuning to peace and harmony. 21-9-2020 equal 21-9-22 equal 394 equal 313 equal 34 equal 7. 19 coming in. 21 Crown of Magi, victory over challenges. 3 Holy Trinity, joy, creativity. 9 completion, destiny, service, humanity. 4 form, structure, foundation, earth. 7 magic, mystic, spiritual, initiation. Kin 176 equal 14 equal 5. Change, transformation, freedom, liberation. Another galactic activation portal day today on the special Rainbow Warrior Day, where our focus on building a new foundation for a peaceful world. Kin 176 is also one of the 13 clear signs on the tomb lid of Mayan King Pakal Votan. These signs highlight the 13 kin galactic signatures which hold special significance in humanity's process of enlightenment. So we have a gap day, a Pakal Votan day, and an emotional tone day, while the moon is in Scorpio. Be extra mindful of what you are feeling and expressing today, so that you do not get stung. Open your heart and become a channel for divine love instead. Day 7 in the White Dog Wave Spell of unconditional love, loyalty, devotion, service, friendship, and faith. We are uncovering and healing all that separates us from Source Love in order to be love. Today, the Resonant Warrior seeks to channel the courage to love thy neighbor fearlessly. Tone of creation, resonant tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires, power channel, essence attunement. A definition of attunement is a kinesthetic and emotional sensing of others, knowing their rhythm, effect, and experience by metaphorically being in their skin. Going beyond empathy to create a two-person experience of unbroken feeling, connectedness, by providing a reciprocal effect and or resonating response. Today we are super sensitive as we are attuned through our senses, the emotional feeling body. So we are super connected to our kin and feeling the togetherness as one global family, attuned to unconditional love. So tune in and feel what your body is sensing. At tone 7, our vibrating phenomenon learns to be still and to listen. Mystical 7 understands that everywhere is magical, but right here is better. Once we attune and then channel the magic through this present moment. Number 7 is also the frequency of the mystic and the magician, giving you the magic to channel love and God's grace in this pure divine energy today. So what channel are you attuned to today? Today we are questioning the very nature of love and what it is to live in total peace and harmony, in divine union with each other. The warrior combined with the resonant tone is a very special combination, as this spiritual warrior is attuned through his heart, feeling and connecting through compassion, empathy, and unconditional love, which is the divine web that connects us all through our very soul essence. Jesus, Yeshua, may have been a resonant warrior as he exemplifies this code, connecting with other hearts through his heart. He was a fearless divine warrior advocating love, harmony, and peace for all humankind. He was a divine channel and totally attuned to his Father, Creator Source. The warrior attuned to divine guidance through his heart is the most powerful warrior of them all. Thus the true rainbow warriors, the soldiers of Christ, are the souls who fearlessly uphold the codes of Christ consciousness through the power of unconditional love in their pure hearts. Note, Chief Sitting Bull, the Lakota Sioux holy man who led his people during years of resistance to United States government policies, exemplified his galactic signature of Kin 176, the yellow resonant warrior. He was courageous, fearless, and compassionate to the needs of his people, while attuned to the wisdom and guidance of Great Spirit to fulfill his divine mission. Empathic leaders who seek peace, harmony, unity, and freedom from suffering for their people rather than power, control, greed, and self-aggrandizement are the leaders needed to take us into the new paradigm. Let us pray that every nation on earth is blessed with divine leadership from visionary, empathic, evolved souls. It is time for all wars to stop and all parties to attune to love and unity, Live and let live is the motto of the peaceful warrior. Let us pray that all the discordance on our planet is balanced and dissolved quickly, with harm to none. So, beloveds, enjoy this very special divine day, and remember the precept from the teachings of Yeshua, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, war no more. Let us reimagine a beautiful new world filled with unconditional love and loving kindness for all. May peace be with us. Today's question is, how can I fearlessly attune and channel the power of divine unconditional love to create a peace-filled world? Divine blessings for the rise of the rainbow spiritual warriors today. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 176, Yellow Resonant Warrior. The mantra, the code for today is, I channel in order to question. Inspiring fearlessness, I seal the output of intelligence. With the resonant tone of attunement, I am guided by the power of elegance. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And on this powerful day of activations and equinox energies flowing in, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicities. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below the video and the little bell to get notification on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmission, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for their support and pledges on Patreon. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Paula, for your pledge, and also thank you for the extra donation you made today. Much appreciated. If you'd like to support my work and mission, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. I'd also like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Barbara, for another donation. Much appreciated, Angels of the Light. And now today, with these powerful equinox energies coming in and this powerful ceremony I did today for the condor that connected me fully with the white gold eagle, and I was wearing my full feather headdress that was created by a wing maker in Indonesia, powerful bro star of the light. And in this ceremony, as I connected and was emanating the white gold eagle body, I saw myself soaring high above the earth with the great condor, touching feather to feather, wing to wing. And I saw this energy of divine love transmitted and emanating from the divine union to all of humanity and all life on Pachamama. So we'll see once we touch wings if this may be something, a ceremony I share on Patreon. I don't know yet, but I know that the Eagle Condor prophecy is coming to fruition. It's being manifest, and it is the final prophecy before the full manifestation of New Earth, heaven on earth. And this is happening multidimensionally, and these connections are the deepest aspect of our soul spark, our heart space. And as I prepared today for my journey, I realized as I was packing some things in my van that this will be the first time in this timeline where I'll be homeless. That's something interesting to ponder. And the thing is, brothers and sisters of the light, home is where the heart is. And since my heart is here and with all of you, my home is everywhere. And maybe I will just live a van life for a while. We'll see what happens. But I know this great journey is my final mission of 3D, of the final processes of this quantum leap of consciousness. And this mission, of course, includes the ceremony and codes I anchor into these portals, and then uniting with my Venusian elven queen, the Condor. And today, as I was in between worlds and jumping timelines, I got into that state of dreaming while awake, being conscious and being in dream world, dream time. And I was seeing our Venusian elven script being written out before me I couldn't read it in that moment, but I recognized the script, the lettering, the wording. So this is part of what's being activated within each one of us. These memories of our higher dimensional selves, or multiple timelines, as we're merging all together into this one consciousness, into this one timeline. So I want to thank you all again for your support, your connections, your love, your light, and all of your beautiful comments and messages I've been receiving. I appreciate you all. We'll end today's transmission from a sacred poem, author unknown. Hear the calling through the mists, voices of the ancients beckoning to you. The time is done for believing yourself small. You who are woven from star fragments and the earth's breath, the wisdom of the moon and sun written in your heart, every leaf and rock and animal your kin. It is time to reclaim your birthright among the ancestors, the power that flows through the soul within you, bringing your truth into the light, birthing your medicine into being. So with that, beloved angels of the light, have a beautiful and blessed Equinox portal activation. I love you all. Namaste.